Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a card reading. Typically for our monthly readings that we do here on this channel, I will do kind of like a forecast, looking ahead and seeing what the month ahead holds for you in your career or finances. But this month I'm feeling called to just do a slightly different approach to your monthly reading, which is going to be more about what you need to hear, what guidance is available for you from source, from non-physical, to help you have the most abundant month that is available to you in May. So that is what our focus is going to be, whatever guidance wants to come through to help you make the most, have the most profitable, lucrative month of May ahead. As we dive into this reading together, remember that you are the creator of your reality, so always take what you need from these readings, take what resonates, and leave what doesn't. Find your own truths, clarity, and alignment in these readings, whatever that looks like for you. Now, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Taylor Eaton, and I am a wealth activator, a money mindset and manifestation expert, a channel, a success and wealth mentor, and an oracle deck author. If you want more resources to help you manifest more wealth or success into your life faster than ever before, I will be sure to leave links below for all the ways to work with me, including my oracle decks and journals, the Wealth Vibe membership, and my mentorship offers. Now, it is time to pick your deck so we can see what the month of May holds for you, see what guidance is coming through to help you make it the most profitable, most abundant month yet. So if you haven't already, take a look at these piles here and see which one you are intuitively drawn to. For deck 1, we have green Aventurine. Deck 2, we have black Kyanite. And deck 3 has Citrine. So those are the corresponding crystals. Go ahead, tune into your inner guidance, your intuition, see which of these decks or crystals are calling to you. You are absolutely welcome to watch more than one of the readings if multiple are calling to you. That just means that there are pieces of guidance meant for you in each reading. So go ahead, pause the video if you need, take however long you need to choose, then click the timestamps below in the description to jump to whichever deck or crystal you are called to, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, deck number 1. I am so excited to dive into your reading and see what guidance is available to help you make May the most prosperous month it possibly can be for you. So as we dive in, I want to mention that starting today, when this video posts, May 1st, we're launching a brand new 21-day challenge inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. It is called the Prosperity Path Challenge. This is a challenge that I've personally been really excited to run inside of the membership because it is all about using your inner guidance to identify your unique path to the abundance that you desire. This is really how I live my life, how I create strategy in my business, how I manifest miraculous success and wealth with ease. It's how I always know what the next step is for me to take to get to the next level of abundance I desire. So if you are ready to let your inner guidance lead you to the abundance that you wish to achieve next, then I will leave the link to join the Wealth Vibe below. Come join in. I would love to do this challenge with you. Now, let's get into this first card that came up. So for May, we have big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired idea. Whoo, okay. So this is a month where this energy of newness is coming in for you. And I'm getting the guidance that in order for you to find the most abundance, the most prosperity this month, the focus, at least I'm getting for the beginning, the first half of the month, is going to be coming up with new ideas. I don't get that these are going to be ideas that you have to really go looking far for. Right? I get that these are ideas that are going to just drop in naturally. These are ideas, and when I say ideas, right? Ideas for making money, could be ideas for things to offer in your business, ideas for things you can suggest that you do or pitch to your boss at work, that then when performance review comes around later, you're, the front runner for a clear choice, right? For a promotion, for a raise. It could be ideas of ways to make passive income or side gigs. So many of you, I'm seeing something with music for a lot of you, ways you can be profiting off of music and some of your music you create, getting into the music industry. That's not all of you, but some of you here on this reading. But really, you are in a place, I'm getting, where you've really done a lot of inner work, some of you outer work, or rearranging things is what I'm getting. Last several months, first part of the year here, January through April, I've been getting that there's been a lot of rearranging going on. This could be, you've moved places, moved homes, moved locations, moved jobs, shifted things in your business, changed strategies. I get for a lot of you, though, there's been a lot of inner transformation, a lot of the inner work, especially a lot of things that have changed inwardly. And so you're at a point, I'm getting, where you're ready. You've kind of molded yourself and your environment into this place, whether you realize it or not, or have done this intentionally or not, where you're like now ready for an idea to drop, and you're ready for $1 million idea. You're ready for the next step. So this is really cool. I get that this is the month where a new idea that I get that you'll be working on or seeing the profits from, or you kind of playing with and developing for the next year comes in. Like, that's where it comes in this month. So that's really exciting. So this month, first of all, kind of like the big theme of the month is for you to get the most out of this month and beyond is going to be really creating space. Creating space for thinking, for contemplating, for just daydreaming, for brainstorming, brain dumping ideas into your journal. You know, you can even ask the question, how can I make more money? This is actually honestly a lot of what we're doing in our challenge inside of the Wealth Vibe that I just mentioned, is checking in every day and creating space to hear, like, what's the next aligned step for me to get to the wealth I desire. So you might want to come check that out. But I do get that this card came out over here, the last few months have really led you to a place where you're in a better place than you were before, even if it doesn't look so financially, or even if it feels like a lot hasn't changed, but like internally, you're in a much more secure place. You've shifted things, you've released things, you've healed things. I get for a lot of you, you don't even realize the depth to which you have shifted internally. That's brought you to this place now where this month you are ready for these big ideas to come in. You're ready to come up with ways that'll really revolutionize the way you create money. And I see for a lot of you, especially with visionary here, wow, you're going to be coming up with ideas that are like, they're going to change the world. They're going to change. This is a big month for you. You're coming up with ideas that are going to create like a new, we have inner earth, right? You'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings, things that will completely, change the world, change paradigms, change industries, change your life, but change the lives of others. And so this is really that I'm getting like a great question for you to journal on this month, to revisit throughout the first couple weeks of the month. Is going to be making space to check in with, what impact do I want to have on the world? What do I want to be remembered for? What do I want my legacy to be? These are really big picture thinking, right? Big questions. It's okay if you don't have total clarity around that. I'm getting that even just opening up that door, opening up this portal to that way of thinking, being willing to look at what's the big impact I want to have? What do I want the big thing that I impart onto this world to be? Just sitting with that line of thought, being in that frequency, being in that mindset is going to strengthen. I'm getting it strengthening the channel, right? I'm seeing like this channel of light from going from you, from your body, your crown up into the universe, and it's going to open, strengthen, widen that channel for you to receive more ideas through, more clarity through. So just sitting with it, playing with it. Again, daydreaming is coming up, but that is going to really yield beautiful clarity for you, that then you're going to be able to go on and monetize these ideas, right? And again, this could be, when we're talking about big picture thinking, you might get into the big picture thinking of, like, oh my gosh, I have to change the world. How do I do that? It doesn't have to be like, the idea doesn't have to come through of how you're going to change the world. It's more like, what's the impact I want to have on the world? What's the legacy I want to leave? What do I want to be remembered for? What do I want to be known for? What change do I want to have on the world? And then just being in that energy you're going to start getting little downloads that might seem even unrelated. It might just be little things like, hey, I should mention this to my boss, or hey, I should do this, I should put this offer out in my business, or kind of, shift my marketing in this way, and or invest in this stock or whatever. But those little things will directly or indirectly lead you toward more of that impact you want to have, because the more you sit in the energy and the frequency and getting more clarity around what impact you want to have on the world, that big picture for your life and the imprint you leave in the world, the more that then ideas that will come support that will come in. And I'm getting that those ideas are ideas that you'll be wildly compensated for if you put them into action. I am getting toward the end of the month. It's going to be important for you to be taking action on whatever ideas you get, right? So as you get ideas, as you get visionary ideas, start taking action on them, especially the last 2 weeks of the month, as the ideas come in, as they feel aligned to you to do. When I say take action on them, I'm not getting that you need to put them all into place. Again, these are things that, they might be things that lead to big things, or things that need to be implemented over the series of the rest of the months of this year, right? Next, 7 or so months. But you can start researching. You can start having conversations with people. You can start putting feelers out. You could start looking for that new job. You can start making little adjustments. You can start researching investments, right? Like you can start the process. I'm getting start the process this month. That's going to open the door for quite a lot. We have our Eight of Cups reversed, which is I'm getting like there's been for you, right? Like again, this kind of sense of maybe not being clear of where you're going, be clear of we're not wanting to look at the big picture of things in the past. But again, you've come to a point where you're ready for it. You've come to a point where you've really returned home to yourself, where you've returned home to your true power. You've shed a lot. You've shed a lot of conditioning, I think I see like frustration in the past months of like, I'm so done speaking to myself this way, or I'm so done with things like, because then we have strength coming up, of course, which is so much like self-love, self-respect, inner strength, right? Like, there has been so much that has made you aware of what you're not available for or no longer want to be available for, especially when it comes to like work environments, financial situations, financial habits, mindsets around money or success or yourself in those contexts. And you've just kind of got fed up with it this year, or you've released a lot of that this year and you're like, I'm ready for an upgrade. I'm much more centered in myself. I'm ready for more, right? I'm ready for so much more. I'm ready to step into this next chapter. So this really is like such a momentous month. I want to get a little bit more on like because this is very exciting. Don't get me wrong, Declan. This is very exciting, big energy that is all about like the next decade of your life or more, like a legacy you're going to create, ways you're going to shift the world, which is so exciting. Like, wow. But I also, just in the spirit of the theme of this reading, I want to get what else can you do just this month to, call in more abundance now, because this is long-term, big picture thinking, right? And that is important that's your primary focus this month. But let's see what other guidance we can get for you. We have live in the now, right? With Unakite. And then we have rose quartz, open up your heart. Okay, so I get that for you, there's going to be some level of connection with other people, right? This is a month not only for it's kind of a month of balance is what I'm getting, right? A month of going inward, taking time each day, even if it's just 5, 10, 15 minutes each day to just connect with what's the bigger vision, dreaming bigger, looking bigger, right? And letting those ideas start to drop in and creating that space and that connection to your future and this bigger kind of calling that you have that you're going to be wildly compensated for in the future. So creating space for that, but then also balancing that with these cards that are coming out are telling me this message of but also being social, being out, being in connection with others. This could mean, saying more yes to events, networking events, if that feels good to you. Collaborating with people I see, if it feels, all again with the caveat of if it feels aligned to you, because there are always those connections and events that don't serve us, right? So use your discernment. But I'm getting that the more that you can open up your heart to others, to people in the moment, to events happening this month, to even if it's just going out for drinks with friends or going out, going to your friend's place for dinner, when normally you'd be like, I'm just tired. I'm so embroiled in this big picture thinking. It's like, make sure you're balancing that with getting out there and talking to other people, because I do see opportunities for you this month coming through other people. Again, could be opportunities for a side gig, for another stream of income, a new job, things like that can lead to more abundance. But I'm also getting that it might even be in connection with this bigger idea of people who have like more immediate ways to get your big ideas into action, or who want to come on board and support you in it, right? So it's kind of a month of like that, of learning to walk a balance in this way, if you're not already comfortable with this, of this balance of, okay, let me take time for myself a little bit each day, but also let me get out there and open up to connect with others right now so that I can be tapped into, I'm getting like for you, being tapped into the collective energy is very important this month, being tapped into others' energy fields. That's probably, honestly, it makes sense if you're finding solutions to things and things that are going to change the world, even if it looks small and like it's just more immediate on the surface, it's going to be because you're plugged into your big vision and plugged into the collective energies. So making sure you're doing kind of a little bit of both this month. Really cool. Let's get some more guidance for you. What else can deck number 1 do to make this their most abundant month yet? We have the Champion card. This is from my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. I'm laughing because this card is all about wealth for the highest good, for the collective good, right? So again, like what I'm getting with both these kind of two messages that have come forward so far for you, of going inward, looking at the big vision, the impact you want to leave in the world, and also connecting the collective energies, connecting to others and seeing what opportunities are there for you or ideas come through for you there. And getting that for you, it's actually this month, the more that you focus on connecting with others, connecting with right in the now, right? Connecting with others, but also connecting with what you want your impact on the world, on others to be in this lifetime. Even if that's as simple as I just want to make other people happy in this life. I want more people to be happy. I want more people to feel free. I want more people to be able to be mindful or to be healthier, right? Like it can even be a very general thing, but the more you're connected to what impact you want to have on others and what, like what good you can bring to the world, the more you're naturally going to be handed and given opportunities for abundance. And the more that you're going to have ideas of how you can create really big ripple effects and changes that are going to lead to you being compensated for those things. So this is a month, it's almost like the guidance here is don't focus so much on how do I make more money this month, or how do I have more success, or how do I grow my business. You can have those thoughts, but really the big question more that's going to guide you to more abundance and open up so many more ways for money to flow to you, being like opportunities and ideas flowing to you for abundance, is going to be you asking yourself the question of, how can I serve others? How can I positively impact others? How do I feel called to? How do I want to impact others? How do I want to positively affect the people around me or in the world today, this month, in my life, right? The more you ask those kind of questions of yourself and just make the focus not so much about how do I make money, but instead, how do I uplift others? How do I impact others? How do I have a positive effect on the people I come into contact with today, this month? The more you're naturally going to call in more opportunities for abundance, more ideas for abundance. You'll probably get more clarity on your greater picture vision of the legacy you want to leave in the world and be compensated for as well, right? I just saw 1313 on my phone. That's actually a unique number. I don't see that repeating that often. So that might be, the number 13 might be a sign for you. Could be relevant. So this is something that I would encourage you to sit with, is like, okay, what is the impact I want to have on others around me, even if it's just when I leave the house today. If you're getting ready to go out to run some errands or something like that, or you're getting ready to go to work, or you're going to go show up online in your business or on social media, just socially, ask yourself, what energy do I want to carry? What energy do I want to impart on other people? How do I want to help or serve other people? And just being in the energy of that. So, if you just want to leave people better than you found them today, or just a little bit more happy or feeling inspired, then it's like, bring that energy and that intention to all the conversations you have, all of the content you create, or whatever posts you put out on social media, whatever you share to your Instagram stories. It's like, be in that energy of it, carry that forward, and that energy is going to magnetize people who want to give you money, want to give you job opportunities, who have conversations with you, that because you're in this headspace and with this intention, the conversations steer themselves in a way that all these ideas open up for you, or partnerships come in, or collaborations, or like, this is where the magic is for you this month, and this is so simple and so beautiful, right? It's like, the more you focus on just, how do I want to positively impact people today, this month? Like, what feels good? What's the intention I want to carry into all my interactions with people today? As you do that, more opportunities for abundance are going to come to you. It's going to be miraculous. It's going to be so fulfilling. It's going to feel so easy too. I get that this month is designed to almost help you see how easy it can be for opportunities and money to flow to you very quickly, very seamlessly, just like breathing, right? Just like almost like the tide goes in and out. It's like this breath that's very natural. Like, that's the flow that money and opportunities for it get to start to take on in your life after this month. So this is very cool. This is a cool upgrade and a different way of looking at things. So that is your focus for the month. I'm going to grab, I think, one more card for you from this is my Cosmic Wealth Codes affirmation deck that recently just hit stores. I'm going to just pull an affirmation for you. This moment and every moment is designed to bring me closer to the abundance I desire. So every moment is an opportunity for you to come back to what feels aligned to you to have a positive impact on the world, on people around you this month. Every moment is a moment for you to get more clarity on what kind of impact you want to have on the world around you, right? What kind of legacy you want to leave. Every moment is a moment where anything could happen. Anything could happen when you live in the now and you're open to anything happening, right? So every moment has infinite possibilities behind it. And that's kind of something else to just keep in mind. You can use this affirmation if you like throughout the month, but this is really a beautiful sentiment to have, is just like, you know, what do I want? What do I want to impart on people today? What's the impact I want to have on people today? What feels right for me? In what way does it feel right for me to positively serve people today? And then know that in doing that, every moment holds infinite opportunities for money to come to you, opportunities to come to you, and they're going to flow through the people that you show up for with this positive energy this month. And then you're also birthing through all this some big, huge, amazing idea that if you actually act on it, actually sit with it, actually take steps towards starting it toward the end of the month, that's going to set you up for like a project for the rest of this year. Big, wild success beyond that, huge impact, ripple effects in the world, even if it's just an idea for your own investments or for something at work or in your business, right? So very, very cool. Deck 1, that's what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below. Let me know what you took from the reading. Let me know how it resonated. Or let me know what you're manifesting this coming month. I'd love to hear from you below. You are also welcome to subscribe to this channel for future card readings, channeled messages, and subliminals for abundance. And if you want more resources to help you manifest more wealth or success into your life faster than ever before, I will leave links below for all the ways to work with me, including my Oracle decks, their accompanying journals, and the Wealth Vibe membership, and my mentorship offers. Don't forget to join in the Wealth Vibe if you want to join us for the upcoming Prosperity Path Challenge that starts today, May 1st. But if you're seeing this video a couple days later, you can still jump in a few days later. You're absolutely welcome to. With all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance in May, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what guidance wants to come through to help you make May the most prosperous it possibly can be for you. So as we dive in, I wanted to mention that starting today, when this video posts, May 1st, we are launching a brand new 21-day challenge inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. It's called the Prosperity Path Challenge. This is a challenge I have been so excited to run inside the membership because it's all about using your inner guidance to identify your unique path to the abundance you desire. This is how I live my life, how I create strategy in my business, how I manifest miraculous success and wealth with ease. It's also how I always know what the next aligned step is for me to take to get to that next level of abundance that I desire. So if you are ready to let your inner guidance lead you to your next level of wealth and success, I will leave the link for you to join the Wealth Vibe below. Come join in. I would love to get to do this challenge with you. All right, so let's get into it. Let's see what guidance we have for you. For May, we have Direction, number 20. We have Alrisha Star and Super 7. So here's what's coming through Direction. I'm getting that this is a month where, for May, you're being asked to, for some of you, pick a direction. Especially I'm seeing these two different, kind of staircases here coming up on this card, but you're being asked to pick a direction. You're being asked to finally decide something. And the guidance here is like, be decisive this month. This month is not a month for waffling. It's not a month for doubting and second guessing yourself. It's not a month for wondering if you have what it takes to make it, right? It is a month for deciding. I'm going to pull another couple cards here. We also have these two cards coming out, which give me more clarity of the two different kind of maybe decisions you might be coming up against. So I'm getting that there is, in the first half of the month, you're going to be faced with some sort of decision. You might, for a lot of you, I'm getting you already know what this is. You've already been grappling with this a little bit. Or if you just think about it for a moment, you're going to see this kind of coming to the surface of your consciousness. But you are being asked to make a choice, right, between whether you decide to continue moving forward with the path that you're already on. So this could be the job you're in, the career track you're on, the launch you're doing in your business, the niche you're in, right? Like continuing on, doubling down, persevering with something you've already started, a project that's already underway, right? This is our turquoise earth element perseverance card number 12. Or the other choice will be, do you kind of almost maybe back off? This is boundaries. This is Labradorite, South Node 21. This is, I'm getting the message here of like, do you want to be going further down this path and continuing going, doubling down, going at the same pace or a faster pace? Or is it time to maybe take your foot off the gas, maybe reassess, maybe look at different perspectives, maybe look at different options, maybe even put up boundaries of the pace you're going at so that you're not burning yourself out, or so that you aren't, like I'm getting for some of you, so that you're having more work-life balance, because maybe if you were to persevere, it would come at the cost of your time spent with family or things like that. And so I'm not getting, especially because this is a general reading, it's about a 50-50 split. Half of you are going to be like, yeah, the right choice this month is for me to really double down on what I'm doing, persevere, keep going, put my head down, stop getting distracted by things. For the other half of you, it's going to be like, no, I feel like this isn't sustainable, or this isn't feeling super aligned with what I have been doing. I know that this isn't what I want to be doing forever. I don't want to go deeper with it. I actually want to just maybe take my foot off the gas a little bit. Doesn't mean fully stop, but it means like kind of let up a little bit, give myself, this is coming up with boundaries, right? Of like putting boundaries for yourself even to help you kind of slow down a little bit and not continue to just blindly go down the path you've been on, and instead kind of stop, take a breath, look around, assess, see, do you want to change things? Do you want to shift career paths? Do you want to offer something different in your business? Do you want to shift to a different niche? Do you want to look at different income streams? Do you want to change what you're investing in, right? Like looking at which path do you want to take? Do you want to continue going, barreling forward, or do you want to maybe put some boundaries, some guardrails in place, slow it down a little bit, right? And just kind of reassess and come back into kind of a little bit more of an open mindset of, what else is available for me. Neither one is right or wrong. It's just which one is aligned for you, and you're being asked to choose this month. So for some of you, I see that there might be like a deadline. You might have a job offer somewhere else doing something else or in a different industry, or you can stay at your current job, which has the potential for growth and things like that. This is the month to make a decision. You might even have a timeline on it where, the job offer is like, we need to know by the end of this month or by mid-month or something. So it's just something to be aware that there's a decision to be made this month, and it is going to impact the direction you go, the trajectory you go in. But I am getting the guidance that's coming through that you also need to hear, which is you can't pick wrong. You can't pick wrong. Go with what feels aligned to you. Go with what feels right to you, but choose. But also know that even after you choose, it doesn't mean that even if you feel like you chose wrong or that you regret the choice later, that you can't change things, right? Like there's always more choices available then. So not being afraid to choose, not getting stuck in indecision. This is a month for decision. This is a month for choosing. Do I double down or do I shift? Do I pivot? Or do I need to put in some more boundaries or go at a different clip, right? So that's really the main thing I'm getting for you with this month. I also want to point out we have a lot of 2s and 1s coming up here. We had 20, 12, and 21, right? And these are flipped, these are mirrored, right? Like there's 2 very different paths you can go down. So I love that, that kind of symmetry there, that mirroring. This is the thing is that I'm also getting, while there might be one big decision, for some of you, there will be these will be decisions where it's like you feel like you have to keep making these decisions over and over, or they're looping, or there's patterns of decisions where it's like you have to constantly be choosing. Do I continue forward with what I've been doing? Do I shift this? Especially when it comes to parts of your career, your business, your job, your finances, your financial habits, your investments, your spending, things like that. For some of you, I see that you might even be like, do I continue living here? Do I move? Do I continue at this job? Or do I find a different, position? Do I continue doing what I'm in my business? Or do I shift? Do I pivot? It's like I see big life changes, but I see also that they might keep coming back in different ways in different areas of your finances or your career. And this is just a month I'm getting, it's like the universe is saying this is a month for decisive action and for breaking these loops, or bringing them, not even so much breaking them, bringing them to a close is what I'm getting. This is a month for bringing these loops, these kind of different tracks that you've been open to or that you've been on, to a close, and finally picking, and then not getting wrong, because you can always pick differently later, right? Maybe not, you might not have the same options, but you can always pick again later. So I'm getting don't be afraid to make a decision. Choose when it feels aligned this month, but choose. That's the big thing I'm getting. I am getting 3 of Cups, which is nice to see here. This is all about celebrations, collaborations, shared joy, joy within community and with others, within relationships. So this is really beautiful to see. And we also have our 4 of Swords coming up, which is a lot of that kind of introspection, that solitude, kind of centering yourself, getting your thoughts together, right? And so I see that and it's funny because this came up with this kind of do we need to look at other options? Do we need to kind of assess, or do we need to kind of double down over here, which can lead to some celebration? So again, nothing is wrong, but two very different tracks that we're going down. But this month I see a lot of opportunity for celebrations, for big wins on the other side of your decisions. I also see the opportunity for more of rest and nourishment if that's what you're needing. If you're like, you know what, I've actually been going at a really fast pace, or things have been changing a lot and I just need to kind of center myself. It's like either of those, whichever you are craving more of, is available this month. And it just depends which track you choose, kind of, right? We have Azurite, get laser focused. I mean... All right. How much more confirmation do we need? It's like, get focused, choose. Making decisions is going to be the thing that carries you further and faster toward more abundance and more success. Even if the choice is to have more boundaries and to go slower, or to adjust your work-life balance. It's like, that's still going to, in the long run, get you to the abundance you desire faster. So get focused on it. Sunstone, take pleasure in the things you do. So if you're having trouble choosing at all around anything, big or small, related to money or career this month, just start getting focused on, like, make a decision, be decisive. In order to be decisive, get focused on what brings you the most pleasure, right? What brings you the most pleasure? Now, this isn't just the most short-term instant gratification. That's not what this is. Right? But which path, which choice in any situation, big or small this month, if you can get into this habit this month, of every time you have a choice, even if it's as small as, should I stop by that cafe and get a drink, like a coffee, a nice latte on my way to work? Should I spend that money? Or so if you can choose, and I saw it's 111, it's 111 my time as I'm filming this. That's amazing. Lots of ones and twos this month for you, right? But if you can get in the habit of stopping, taking a deep breath before any financial or career decision, big or small, even as much as, should I stop and spend, a couple bucks on a drink? Ask yourself, which would give me more pleasure? Which option? Would it be more pleasurable for me to save this money and not spend it? Would it be more pleasurable for me to spend it and have that drink? Would it be more pleasurable for me to say yes to that networking event, or for me to not and have time to rest? Would it feel more pleasurable for me, when you have these big decisions, right, even of like, to continue going and deepening down and really mastering what I'm doing and making it work and taking it to the next level? Or would it feel more pleasurable for me to stop, to take the foot off the gas, to reassess, to maybe pivot, shift a little bit? Which would feel more pleasurable? The things that feel pleasurable to you are not a mistake. I want to be clear about that. The things that feel pleasurable to you are not a mistake. They are not a coincidence. That's what's coming through for you to hear. The things that feel pleasurable to you, and I just saw 1111 on my phone, so this is more ones, more perfect confirmation, right? The things that feel more pleasurable to you, they feel pleasurable to you because that's what's aligned for you. And again, this isn't, remember, not what's instant gratification, but when you stop and ask yourself and look at the options and assess and truly tap into your inner guidance of which one feels more pleasurable, more aligned, when you do that, those things that feel aligned, that feel pleasurable, they feel pleasurable because your inner guidance, your higher self, the universe is saying, go that way. I'm making that thing feel more pleasurable to show you that that's the one to do, right? So this is also, just so you know, that's exactly what a lot of our challenges inside of the Wealth Vibe membership is, learning how to listen to and connect with and trust and act on more and more your inner guidance to identify, and for you in this case, what's more pleasurable, but what's just more aligned in any situation, so you always know what the aligned action is that's going to lead you to more abundance one way or another, right? For you, your unique path to prosperity. That's our prosperity path challenge inside the Wealth Vibe that starts today. So this would be a very aligned challenge for you to do this month, and you will have a lot of opportunities to practice this, again, whether you do this with us in the Wealth Vibe or on your own, but to tune into that inner guidance and see what's going to bring me more pleasure, not what's my knee-jerk reaction? What am I doing out of fear? What am I doing because I think I won't have this opportunity again? What am I doing because of lack, because of scarcity, because of conditioning, because of shoulds, because of wanting that instant gratification? Instead, what does my actual inner guidance say? What does my intuition say? What does my gut say? What does my higher self say, right? So you're going to have a lot of opportunity to practice that this month. You might as well come join us in the membership if you want to do that in a space with community and support. But if not, just making sure you're doing that on your own, right? Making sure that you are constantly checking in with yourself with all decisions and getting in the habit of letting your inner self lead, knowing that there's no wrong choices, just the choice that feels aligned to you, that's correct to you. Okay, we also have, this is from my Wealthy Woman deck, the Storyteller card. You are being asked to really make sure that you are paying attention to the stories that you tell this month around money, right? This month, it's going to be very easy, especially when you're just going to have so many choices, which is fantastic, but that can also be a little overwhelming. We can have that, decision fatigue and, kind of feeling overwhelmed with different choices in front of us. So the big thing is not getting overwhelmed or feeling like it's a burden to have to choose. Instead, seeing the abundance in choices that you have this month. Because it can be like, oh my gosh, I have to choose again. I have to choose again. Do I want to stay at this job or this other job? Oh, I have to choose again. Do I want to, you might have, I'm seeing for some of you have like, oh my gosh, do I want to put this money into this investment, or do I want to save it? Or, oh my gosh, do I want to put it into, a new car, or do I want to put this into savings? Or it's like, you're going to have so many different decisions. And after a while, it could feel annoying if you let it. It could feel overwhelming. It could feel like this endless decision. You're like, I just want the money to be flowing. I don't want to have to make decisions. I just want it to come to me. But this is the thing, is you're being asked to tell a story, have the mindset this month, and see things through the perspective this month of, I am creating my reality. Every moment, every decision, big or small, creates my reality. It puts me on a slightly different trajectory. Every decision that leads somewhere else or somewhere else or somewhere else. You are actively creating your reality, your financial flow, when you choose decisively, right? Through your decisions, you're creating it. Your decision to spend, not to spend, to say yes, to say no, to take that job, to not take it, to stay where you are, to go somewhere else. Every little thing is you creating your reality. What a privilege. How much abundance of choice you have this month, right? Tell that story. I'm so glad I have so many choices. I'm so glad every time I make a choice, there's always more choices after that, because then I remember I can't ever really get it all that wrong. Like Abraham Hicks says, I can't get it wrong and I'll never get it done. And there's so much, and that means there's infinite opportunity for me at any point to then say yes to something that's going to create more and more and more abundance, right? So, for me. So this is really like making sure you're telling that story and you don't at all slip into that kind of decision fatigue or overwhelm or annoyance with kind of the human condition of continually having to make decisions. But that's such a gift. This is part of what makes you the creator of your reality, right? So I have our last card here. This is from my new Cosmic Wealth Codes deck. This is an affirmation for you to use throughout the month if you like, but it is, I welcome the lessons the universe offers me so that I may calibrate to greater success. Every choice, every option you're given, every fork in the road that comes to you this month is meant to help you calibrate more to your inner guidance, more to what feels good, aligned, pleasurable to you, help you get in that habit of that so that you can then more quickly get to the success you desire, but also calibrate to greater success. Something that happens a bunch in my, I work with, in my mentorship branch of my business, I work with high achieving individuals, people who have achieved a lot of phenomenal things in their careers, who are at tops of their fields, doing phenomenal things in the world, and they're playing a very big game and they want to get to greater levels of success. And oftentimes we have to even upgrade their decision making because, of course, to get to high levels of success, you have to be somewhat decisive at times. It's okay to be open at times, but you have to know how to be decisive and make decisions when it matters. And sometimes to get to a greater level of success, something that needs to come in is making decisions with even more precision, at a higher frequency, decisions that are even more aligned and coming less and less from a place of scarcity or pressure and more from a place of what's going to bring me pleasure and trusting in that. And so this is what you're being offered this month with all of these decisions. Yes, by being decisive and making choices swiftly and in alignment with what's going to bring you pleasure, you're going to naturally have more opportunities for money to come to you in really amazing ways and in greater quantities. But also it's training you, all of this month I'm seeing is training you to be able to make decisions in this way that get you to more success faster and become the kind of person who can make really high quality decisions for themselves and act in complete alignment with themselves, but with complete trust in that alignment as well. And that is so required if you want to have greater and greater levels of success. So this is not just opening up more doors for abundance, but this month, but training you to become the person, upgrading you, calibrating you to become the version of you who's capable of calling in so much more money, playing a much bigger game, whether it's in your career or just with your financial flow. So this is very exciting. All right, deck number 2. This is beautiful. Let me know how you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment below letting me know what you took from it, how it resonated. You can also let me know in the comments what you're manifesting this coming month. I would love to hear from you below. You are also welcome to subscribe to this channel for future card readings, channeled messages, and subliminals for abundance. And if you want more resources to help you manifest more wealth or success into your life faster than ever before, I will be sure to leave links below for all the ways to work with me, including my Oracle decks and their accompanying journals, the Wealth Vibe membership, and my mentorship offers. And don't forget to join in the Wealth Vibe if you want to join us for that upcoming Prosperity Path Challenge. That starts today. But of course, if you're seeing this video a few days late, you're welcome to still dive in and join us at any time. So with all that being said, I am wishing you massive prosperity and abundance and calibration to your next level self this month in May. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 3. I am so excited to dive into your reading to see what guidance wants to come through to help you make May the most prosperous it possibly can be for you. As we dive in, I wanted to mention that starting today when this video posts, May 1st, we are launching a brand new 21-day challenge inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. The challenge is called the Prosperity Path Challenge. It is a challenge I have been so excited to run inside of the membership because it is all about using your inner guidance to identify your unique path to the abundance you desire. This is how I live my life. It's how I create strategy in my business, how I manifest miraculous success and wealth with ease. It's how I always really know what the next step is, the next line step is for me to take to get to that next level of abundance that I desire. So if you are ready to let your inner guidance lead you to new levels of wealth and success, I will leave the link to join the Wealth Vibe below. Come join in. I would love to get to do this challenge with you. So let's see what we have for you here. We have Moonstruck, Take a Breath. Okay, so May, I'm seeing that the key for you is actually, in order to call in more money, more abundance this month, it's actually to slow down in order to speed up. So this is going to be a month. I'm getting the kind of, this is seems a little harsh from the universe, but in the most loving, supportive way. But it's kind of like slow down or you're going to be forced to slow down. Now that can sound, it almost came out kind of threateningly. It's not a threat. It's more of a like, hey, you are at a point where more is less, or like less is more, right? Less is more. If you try to just do more and more and more, hustle, especially when it comes to money, we often have the kind of paradigm, the beliefs, the conditioning that the more we do, the more money we'll make, which is not really true, right? Because we've all had those times where we've done something and worked so hard at something and not had the amount of money we desire come in. Sometimes that's our whole life pattern around money, right? But you're at a point where doing more is actually detrimental to the abundance you desire. Now, I want to be clear here. This isn't saying, oh, just do nothing and all the money will fall in your lap, but it's more like, don't overdo it. Don't overwork yourself. Don't push yourself past your what your capacity is right now. Don't take on more than you can. Don't bite off more than you can chew. This is a month to really pace yourself because big things are coming. I'm getting that there's big things coming toward the end of this month, beginning of June, where you're going to need more energy. There's going to be exciting things that you can say yes to, that you can dive into, that you can take on, but you won't be able to take those things on if you already have a full plate. You're going to need a full cup, like energy-wise. You're going to need to be fully nourished and energized when this opportunity, or I'm seeing for some of you multiple opportunities come along this month. You're also going to need to have the space and capacity to take it on and say yes to these things. So this could be like a new client in your business. It could be a big launch. It could be a big contract that you might be offered. It could be a new job. It could be a big interview where a lot of money is on the line. It could be a big pitch, a big conversation with your employer, but it's like there's something more coming. This is a moment for a breath. In the first part of the month, I'm seeing the first 2 to 3 weeks of the month, it's like go a little slower, take a breath, right? Just make sure you're pacing yourself is what keeps coming up. Go slower so you can go fast later on. I saw 333 on my phone, so some nice confirmation here. But really, the more that you slow down and make sure you are taking care of yourself, you're nurturing yourself, you're sleeping well, you're eating well, you're moving your body, you're exercising it to whatever degree feels right to you, you're taking care of your vessel, right, your body, but also taking care of your mind, not burning yourself out, not getting like doom scrolling also needs to be, take that back just a notch, right? Like just bringing everything down to just breathe, right? Also doing some breath work might be good for you as well, regulating your nervous system, but this is a time to like relax. Know that in going slower, you will have the energy and the capacity to then go faster later on toward the end of this month. We have Moonflower, take a risk. Yeah, so it's both. I'm seeing this as like the two-sided, right? Like it might feel like a risk to slow down. It might feel like I'm going to lose everything I've worked for. No. Like, and again, you decide to what degree you want to slow down, right? You decide what's aligned for you, like what level of pacing is right for you. You know, for everyone, this is going to look different. Again, this is a general reading. So for some of you, it'll be, and I just saw 444 on my phone as well. There's so much alignment here for you. So much confirmation. For some of you, like taking a breath, taking a breather, pacing yourself might look like really slowing down, like taking time off work. It might look like sleeping extra on the weekends. It might look like, it might really look like detoxing social media entirely. Like it could look a lot of more extreme ways. For some of you, it might just be like, oh, just going to bed a little bit earlier each night so I get a little bit more sleep, or just you know, like doing, like if you post every day on social media, maybe only posting 5 days a week instead of 7, right? Like it's going to look different for everyone, but it's just this adjustment. There's just this pulling back just to center yourself, ground yourself, pace yourself. But it can feel like a risk, right? So first of all, attune into your inner guidance. To what degree does it feel right to you to kind of slow down a bit? And what way does it feel aligned? Does it feel correct to you? Use your inner guidance. It'll look different for everybody. It's also, by the way, what we're doing in that challenge I mentioned, the prosperity path in the wealth vibe, is using our inner guidance to determine what's right for us at any given time around money, what the right next step is. So again, come join in that challenge if you want to practice it with slowing down a little bit in order to speed up and go faster toward more abundance later. But for some of you, it might feel like a risk to go slower, right? It might feel like a risk to go slower. It might feel like if I go slower, I'll lose all momentum. You can always, again, it's by filling yourself up, by taking this break, that you'll have more energy and more time and space to go faster and to build even more momentum. For some of you, though, it also might be that you're like, thank goodness, I want to take a break. I'm planning on it. Great. But then there might be something kind of toward the end of the month that feels like a risk. That's why you've been feeling called to take a break, to slow down, to take a breather, right? Because you know you're getting ready for some big thing, for something uncertainty. This is amazing. Moonlit, embrace uncertainty. There is something, like I said, there's something coming right at the end of the road. At the end of this month, like we have these two roads here, right? At the end of this month, there's something big coming. There's a big opportunity. There's a big idea. There's something that it's like, it's uncertain. You don't know how it's going to play out. It feels like a risk. There's big rewards, either in saying yes or no to it. But in order to say yes or no, whatever's aligned for you, you're going to need to have the energy, the time, the capacity to sit with it, to think about it, to assess it, to actually either act on it or to turn it away and to hold that in your nervous system. And that can't happen unless you are centered, unless you are replenished, unless you are refreshed, unless you have been pacing yourself so that you can actually make the most aligned decision when you come to it at the end of the month. Say yes, say no, make the decision that's right for you, and be able to hold that decision, and then everything that comes after that as a consequence of that decision, as a result of that decision, I should say, right? So really important for you to be, if you haven't gotten the message yet at this point in the reading, take it easy, right? Take it easy this month as much as you can, to whatever degree feels right to you. That's going to be crucial for at the end of the month, the big decision that's coming. That's like, wow, sometimes it's saying no to things that opens up doors for abundance. Sometimes it's saying yes to things, but you're going to have to, there's going to be like a yes or no decision, a big opportunity. And it's going to feel risky either way, but you'll be able to navigate that risk and have it pay off and have the uncertainty be filled with potential and with possibility and prosperity if you have the energy to navigate it all, because there's going to be navigation on the other side of it no matter what. Yeah. We have our 8 of Wands, fast communication, movement, rapid change, immediate action, excitement. This is what I'm seeing at the end of the month for you, is there's a lot of fast moving change, decisions, excitement coming at the end of the month. And then we also have our 7 of Pentacles. This big thing at the end of the month, it's going to lead to some, like, whatever your choice is around, as long as you have the right energy to make the right decision around it, like it's going to lead to some really long-term results, right? And this is all about like that kind of hard work and that patience with things and that ability to persevere through things, hard work, right? I see you harvesting rewards probably towards the end of this year. Again, we have seven of Pentacles, 7 months till the end of the year. Things really paying off toward the end of the year. But again, this all hinges on like, can you center yourself now, not overdo it, not burn yourself out, not move too quickly so that you don't see opportunities, so that you arrive perfectly at the perfect time, at the perfect place, in the perfect energy to make the perfect decision for you around something that's big that's coming at the end of this month that can lead to really fast change and long-term rewards. Like, this is so freaking exciting. All right, what else does deck 3 need to hear to make me as prosperous as possible for them? We have red jasper, take action, right? So let me pull one more card here. We have agate, get back into balance. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, red jasper, take action, that gets you back into balance, right? At first I was like, this seems a little contradictory, but this makes sense coming out with the agate card here. It is, it's like this month, sometimes this is the thing, is when people say, and when I say, when readers say like, take a breath, slow down. Sometimes that we equate that with inaction, but I want to point out here, and the cards are pointing out, that slowing down is an action. It's just in a different direction, on a different frequency, in a different mindset, right? Like taking action to get yourself back in balance. Remember I talked about like taking care of your body, sleeping right, filling your cup, feeling more centered, nervous system regulation. It's like taking action that gets you back in balance is still action. I think this is also kind of, I look at it like a mindset hack, but you can just, you know, take this if it resonates. But I like to look at it because I am someone who is a chronic overworker. I am an overachiever, very highly driven person. So I've created everything I've created in my career and my business, but it's like I will burn myself out going after what I want. So me having to, you know, sometimes take a break, slow down, especially as a projector in human design, that can feel really challenging against some of my conditioning, but it often feels like a relief, right? And something that I've told myself in the past that I'm feeling called to offer you here is that if your mind struggles with slowing down because it doesn't feel safe, it feels like a risk to slow down, it feels like, oh my gosh, but I equate like hard work with money and momentum with money. It's like if that feels hard or unsafe to slow down, you get to remind yourself, I'm still taking action. It's just not in the same direction. But getting into balance, like you have to take action to get in balance. You have to decide to go to bed earlier. You have to start a new sleep routine. You have to, you have to do the nervous system regulation, the breath work, the meditation, the stretching, the yoga to take care of your body, to regulate yourself, to be able to hold that, to be able to move differently. You have to, change your schedule, change the way you make decisions. It's like it's all, everything is action. Even inaction is in a way a decision is action. And so this is a month where this mindset might serve you if you are someone who's like, you're like, I'm a chronic overachiever and overworker and I push myself too hard and I know that, then know that sometimes even when it looks like you're doing nothing, you're still doing something, especially if it's with the intention to get yourself back into balance. So making sure you're taking actions this month that get you back into balance. And then you're naturally, I just see when you do that, naturally at the end of the month when some big opportunity or decision comes up, you're just gonna be like, bam, I know the answer, I know what to do, I got the energy to deal with it, let's rock and roll, right? Like it's gonna be so easy and things are gonna move fast into that, creating long-term success. So that's really, really cool. Yeah, of course. This is from my Wealthy Woman deck. This is Sacred Stillness. Getting slow. I feel like we're getting almost complete with this message here because I think we're getting the same messages over and over for you. So we'll pull one more card, but really it's like there is gonna be so much clarity, so much renewal in stillness. I also get with this card though that you will see this month, the more that you slow down, the more you take action to get into balance and rest or whatever that looks like for you, the more money will just like flow to you naturally in really miraculous fun ways, small ways, little ways, discounts, gifts, finding money on the street, but also just opportunities falling into your lap, right? Like I just see some really cool stuff coming up for you. The more that you just slow down. Because when you think about it, when you're in the energy of stillness, of relaxation from a very solid place of knowing that that's an action that you're balancing yourself with, and you're not being lazy, you're not feeling guilty, but you're relaxing, you're resting, you're slowing down to whatever degree feels right to you. When you're doing that, you're in the frequency or very close to it of abundance. Because when we're in lack, we get into fight or flight. We have to move, we have to do something, we have to push and hustle. But when you're like, I am abundant, you can slow down. You feel safe in slowing down. You feel safe in taking your time. You feel supported, secure, financially, mentally, right? Physically. So when you can get there first, then you're a match for more easy money, more money that feels supportive and safe, right? Because you're feeling safe and secure and centered, right? So then the money, the 3D reality shifts to come in to to match, right? This is our last card. I am the creator of my wealth and the receiver of it. This is from my new Cosmic Wealth Codes deck. This is an affirmation you can use this month, especially on the back end of this card and this message I just channeled for you. But remember that what you do to create an energy within yourself, right? The energy that you create within yourself is what creates your external reality. So this is, a lot of what it means to be the creator of your reality is when you do things like taking action to get yourself into balance, because you're in balance, you are closer to the frequency of abundance than when you are endlessly hustling and pushing and trying to chase after the abundance that you desire, right? And so when you can be more, I just saw 44 and 444 on my phone at the same time with different notifications. So that is pretty cool. It's a good confirmation of stability for you, right? Like, but when you can cultivate that sense of like, it's safe for me to slow down, it's safe for me to relax this month, then the universe brings you things that affirms that to you. That's a match for that. It brings you passive money. It brings you miraculous money manifestations, brings you opportunities, it brings you things that will continue to support you in resting, in going at a pace that's sustainable for you, in feeling secure, centered, still, in a very peaceful, grounded, balanced way, right? So I am the creator of my wealth and the receiver of it. You can use that throughout the month if you like. But this is the big message for you. It's like, this is the most simple of the three, even like all of them were very straightforward, but for you, big things coming at the end of the month. You gotta have your energy, your strength, your clarity, your mental balance in order to see that opportunity, in order to make the most aligned choice for you that can lead to long-term, very fast success as well. But it's just for you, it's like you don't even have to focus on what's that going to be, what's the choice. It's more just like, just focus this month, first couple weeks for most of the month on balancing yourself, resting, whatever, degree that feels right to you so that you are fully fueled and ready and energized for what's coming. And then there can be more and more, just like this exponential success and abundance from there. So very, very cool, very exciting for you in the month of May, deck 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment below, let me know what you took from it, let me know how it resonated or what you're manifesting this coming month. I would love to hear from you. You are also welcome to subscribe to this channel for future card readings, channeled messages, and subliminals for abundance. And if you want more resources to help you manifest more wealth or success into your life faster than ever before, I will leave links below for all the ways to work with me, including my Oracle decks and their accompanying journals, the Wealth Vibe membership, and my mentorship offers. And don't forget to join in the Wealth Vibe if you want to join us for the Prosperity Path Challenge that starts today. Of course, if you're seeing this video a few days after it posts, you can still join in a little later if you would like. And also, I will say next month, June, in the Wealth Vibe membership, we're doing our receiving mode challenge, which is all about relaxing your way to more abundance. So you might enjoy that as well next month. So all of those links will be below for you. And with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity, abundance in May, and I'll see you in another video very soon.